Do It Again was a song from the 2020 album released on July 8th, 1969. This song is based on the old Beach Boys back in the early 60s. Originally titled Rendezvous, the lyrics to the song were inspired after a day Mike Love had spent at the beach in which he had gone surfing with an old friend named Bill Jackson. Mike then showed the lyrics to his cousin Brian Wilson, who proceeded to write the music to Mike's lyrics of nostalgia. Brian stated that he believes the song was the best collaboration that he and Mike ever worked on. This version added a fade, which consists of hammering and drilling sound effects originating from the Smile Workshop session, recorded on November 29th, 1966. This session was re-recorded for the solo album Brian Wilson Presents Smile in 2004. The original Beach Boys recording was used to follow a 1966 take of I Wanna Be Around on the Smile sessions in 2011. Love commented he remembers it being at my house. I remember it as being at his house. He starts pounding at the piano. I was summoning up the words, and we got a chorus together, which was basically a bunch of doo-wop inspired harmonies. We created that whole song in 15 minutes. Other inspiration came from Hank Ballard's and the Midnighters' 1960 song, Finger Poppin' Time. Carl Wilson recalled in Melody Maker, "Yes, I suppose it has got the old Beach Boys surfing sound. It's back to that surfing idea with the voice harmony and the simple, direct melody and lyrics. We didn't plan the record as a return to the surf or anything. We just did it one day round a piano in the studio. Brian had the idea and played it over to us. We improved on that and recorded it very quickly, in about 5 minutes. It's certainly not an old track of ours. In fact, it was recorded only a few weeks before it was released. We liked how it turned out and decided to release it." Conversely, Bruce Johnston told a reporter in September 1968 that he shared the reporter's underwhelming opinion of the song. "I don't like it either. I don't think that the group were entirely happy with it, but everyone else was going back to basics, so I suppose it was inevitable that we should." The song was issued only 2 weeks after the release of the band's album Friends, with the album track Wake the World as its B-side. It reached number 20 on the United States Billboard Hot 100 and became their second number one hit in the UK. This was a huge deal for the group. They wasn't very successful with the albums that was released before. Albums such as Smiley Smile, Wild Honey, and Friends wasn't doing well for the band. This song at least set the Beach Boys back close to where they were before Pet Sounds. A promotional film directed by Peter Clifton was shot in Los Angeles. The film, shot in color, features the group pulling up in a van and visiting a surfing shop. The band members then drive to the beach in their van and begin surfing. The first screenings of the promotional film were shown on BBC One's Top of the Pops during broadcasts of the show on August 8th, 22nd, and 29th. In Germany, the promotional film was shown in September during broadcasts of the Hits A Go-Go show on ZDF-TV. The clip was later featured in the 1969 Peter Clifton Australian surfing film Fluid Journey. An alternate promotional film for Do It Again was planned with the idea to feature special guest Beatles member Paul McCartney as a clerk. However, the idea was abandoned due to his busy schedule. In the U.S., Cashbox said, "Overtones of their current interest in electronic innovation are almost overlookable in this Surfin' Return by the Beach Boys, and that the song couples their old summer sound with the ingenious production." Billboard said, "Much in the vein of the earlier beach hits, this smooth rocker with a summertime smash sound should fast prove one of their all-time biggest hits." Record World said that the Beach Boys go back to the beach for some of that unadulterated surfing sound, 68. In Britain's Disc and Music Echo, Penny Valentine praised the single. This is a vast improvement on the Beach Boys' last single, and thank goodness for it. It sounds like bees humming on a summer breeze and is so completely solid, there isn't room for a fly to creep in. It goes on very gently and easily and is very, very pleasant. In a way, it reminds me of one of the tracks off Pet Sounds, which is nice to say the least, and a hit it will most certainly be. I can imagine a few people will be muttering, well, she said they were finished. But I didn't. I said they should get back to their competent commercial sound, and they have. So there. Retrospectively, Do It Again has been praised by music critics. Donald A. Gorisco, writing for AllMusic, described it as doo-wop on steroids and praised its metallic drum sound. In 2012, Mojo magazine named the song the 46th best by the band. The French edition of Rolling Stone ranked it 49th in a similar ranking of the band's greatest songs. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. God bless.